Be sure to subscribe for more content.
What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to the BigBC Finance Channel, and I hope you're having a very lovely day today. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Terra Classic USD, or USTC for short. What has happened to it recently? And we're going to be talking about why it has pumped nearly 51% as of the past 24 hours, as well as some price predictions about where the price is going to go to in the future as well. So be sure to stay tuned for that. So before all the analysis, let's talk about why this coin has pumped the way it has in just the span of 24 hours there. As you can see, if we look here in the past, it's been fairly flat. And then all of a sudden on Sunday, so yesterday at around 6 o'clock my time, we just saw this massive pump come out of nowhere, with some consolidation and another massive pump, and now it looks like we're consolidating a little bit again. So basically, why has this happened? So the recent pump looks like it's down to new proposals about the repeg between Lunar Classic and USTC, and all the proposals so far had involved minting Lunar Classic tokens in order to bring down the supply of USTC, which would have obviously not been very good for the ultimate goal of Lunar Classic to get to that 10 billion supply. But now, as of October the 9th, there seems to be new proposals that don't involve minting Lunar Classic. Therefore, that's why we've seen the price shot up. There's speculators speculating that this repeg will happen. Now, of course, on top of all that as well, the proposal includes restructuring the USTC coin through the creation of an algorithmic fungible token, USTN, as well. So the best way to have described this USTN token comes from Happy Catty Crypto, so credits to them. But essentially, anyone who's holding USTC should get airdropped USTN, and USTC will remain untouched, whereas USTN gets adopted and used. So from one of the proposals, basically anyone holding USTC will get airdropped USTN. So it looks like USTC will have a future in Lunar Classic burn if these proposals do get implemented, and that is a massive if, guys. So at the moment, it seems to me that people are speculating that there is going to be a repeg that happens. Of course, the last proposal Lunar Classic did was at 1.2% burn tax, and that proposal got passed quite quickly. So if these new proposals follow the path of that 1.2% burn tax on Lunar Classic, then we could see that getting implemented as well. And of course, if USTC has the utility of allowing you to get airdropped USTN, then that is very bullish, and that justifies, why we have seen this pump recently. But at the moment, it is just a proposal and nothing has gone through yet. So at the moment, this is just a reaction to the news, and of course with any pump we can see some consolidation. So using my experience looking at how Lunar 2.0 and Lunar Classic reacted to all these pumps, we can really see how USTC will react here. So at first glance, we're on the 15-minute time frame, so this is really short-term stuff. But basically, we already have some pretty tradable patterns here on USTC. For example, we have this kind of falling wedge that forms here. We saw the price pump, and we can see quite a clear consolidation happen here. It's a fairly clear falling wedge, and the implication of that would have been a breakout to the bullish side. And of course, that's what we saw. And now the price again is consolidating in a certain area. And of course, when there's consolidation, there's always tradable patterns. So what I'm seeing right now here on USTC is a area where there's consolidation. So I do predict that there's going to be something that looks like this on USTC. Obviously, this is speculation because we don't have that much price data, but I can see the price doing something like this. And of course, this theory is backed up with the fact that the volume was extremely high when we came into this consolidation area, and now we're seeing this downwards trend on the volume. So this is indicative of a consolidation period, and whether it's a triangle or whether it's a different pattern that forms, only the price data will be able to tell. So at the moment, I see this triangle. Another way we could draw this as well is something that looks like our first pattern there, which is a falling wedge. So we could be forming like this, and of course this could be backed up by the theory that we have 2 or 3 tests here on the resistance. So this resistance here is quite reliable, and we have a support which has been tested twice. So it looks like we could have something like this forming, and of course if that is for, then we will be looking for a price target of the first test of the support and the resistance from where the breakout is. So if we break out here on this falling wedge, for example, we'd expect that to be the price target. But if we break out a little bit higher, in fact, if we break out where we are now, then we can expect a price target of 4.7 cents. So it's a dynamic price target. Of course, if we break out within this 15-minute candle, that's the price target. But if we break out, say, a few hours down the line, then the price target is going to be lower at 4.5 cents or so. So that's what I'm looking at as well. Basically, it's about being dynamic. It's about being dynamic and about using the new price data to build up evidence for a particular price pattern that's being formed. Of course, like I say, if the If the price follows something like this red line here, then this falling wedge is going to be invalidated, and I do think we could be seeing a triangle instead. But you know, if we do something like this and we see large breakout like this with a lot of momentum and the volume increasing once again, then for me that confirms this falling wedge, and this triangle is therefore invalidated. And then obviously if we do see that pump with the price target at 4.7 cents, then I'd expect to see another consolidation pattern appear. And obviously once we see that, then we've got another tradable pattern in our hands. But at the moment, this is what I'm looking at. The most convincing one for me is this falling wedge, now thinking about it, and my price target would be around 4.5 to 4.7 cents, depending on where we break out on this falling wedge here. But you know, if this is invalidated, then I'm looking at more of a triangle that looks something kind of like this. Obviously not perfect, but is a very, very common pattern here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do form a triangle. And of course, if that triangle does form in the very short term, then we could see a price target at the top of around, again, 4.7 cents to around 4.9 cents if we break out to the upside. But if we break below that triangle, because a triangle doesn't indicate the direction, it just indicates the distance, if we do break below the downside, which is a possibility, we could head back down to 3.2 cents all the way to 3.4 cents, depending on where we break out from that triangle. So, but yeah, that's what I'm looking out for. Of course, with any breakout from either a falling wedge or a triangle, we're looking for large momentum. So, you know, I'm looking for candles that look like this, these large green ones here, and not something that looks like these. And of course, I'm looking for large volume as well. So you can see how the volume massively increased from this bit here to this bit here. That's exactly what I'm looking out for as well, if we see a breakout from either this falling wedge here or this triangle here as well. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. Just wanted to make that here on USTC because, you know, we've seen this massive pump and this channel is all about trading for those gains. So hopefully this was really helpful. Let me know in the comments if you're buying up USTC, but otherwise I'll see you in my next video.